Hello everyone, and welcome to the first video in my YouTube series. Here, you will learn the basics of Scratch, from creating simple animations to full-blown games. My videos will be split up so each one covers a specific topic. Plus, all videos in the series will span around 10 minutes, so you don't have to watch much to gain a whole ton of knowledge. The difficulty in the series will gradually increase, starting from complete beginner to professional Scratch developer. For today's lesson, we will be covering the basics of programming and why exactly we need it. First, let's talk about what exactly is programming. Programming is just a way of talking to computers. Literally. Of course, computers don't understand the languages we humans speak, and we don't understand the languages computers, speak. To put into more concise terms, humans use a language called a programming language. Yes, even the vicious Python is indeed a programming language. On the other hand, computers understand something much different: binary. Binary is just a long, and I mean long, string of ones and zeros. You might now wonder, well, how do we understand each other? This is where compilers come in. Compilers take our code, otherwise known as source code, and, like magic, turn it into binary, otherwise known as machine code, that computers understand. For the final part, Scratch is just all of this simplified down to just one graphical interface. No worrying about compilers and binary. Whew. Okay, now that we have gone through the hard part, let's talk about why exactly we need to use programming languages, specifically Scratch. Programming can be used in many ways, from creating games to building complex algorithms. The choice is yours. Scratch has been most popular for animation and game creation, since it isn't the strongest language out there. Nowadays, programmers have been using programming languages like Python to create powerful machines, such as AI chatbots and stock predictors. Oh, well then, we can just forget about Scratch and start learning Python. Well, hold your horses, because Scratch has a lot of reasons to be learned first. First off, Scratch is one of the simplest coding platforms out there. If you're just starting to code, Scratch is a great place to learn the basics of coding. Scratch also fits a wider age group than normal programming languages. And finally, Scratch is one of the best places to ignite your creativity with coding. Now that you know why you should start with Scratch, let's end off with what you'll be learning in the series and some tips to keep your learning capacity at the highest. My goal is for you to get as much information as possible out of the series. There won't necessarily be any end to the series, and the amount of knowledge contained in each of these videos will just keep increasing. The first couple of videos will cover everything you need to know in Scratch. This will range from the basics of sprites and graphs, designing your own sprites, the coding blocks like motion, sensing, and control, the basics of variables and operators, functions and cloud variables, and using the skills to create your own projects. Now, if you didn't understand some of that, you're in the right place. If it made sense, that doesn't mean the series isn't for you, but you might already know the content in the beginning videos. Overall, we will start off with Scratch concepts, then over time, work on projects together and improve our skills. Well, that's it for today's video. I hope you found it useful and stick around for the next video. Remember to make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notifications bell so you never miss the next video in the series. And most importantly, make sure to keep on scratching.